What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about how this world is ego based, right? So the system we're living in, this whole society, it's everything's ego based. So meaning like when I say everything's ego based, it means that like nothing is really real. All this is in fact a fucking illusion. Now you may say like, oh, if it's an illusion or if everything is fake, then what happens if you work at a certain job and if you don't complete it, then it's gonna affect a lot of people. Let's say if a lot of people stop showing up for a fucking fast food job, then no one's gonna be able to get access to free food. Not free food, but they won't be able to get access to food. Or if you work at a gas station, people won't be able to get gas or some shit like that. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that this world is so fake because one, we're working for money and money has no real value. Money is just a fucking concept where it manipulates people into forces them into doing something out of fear, which is survival. This is why a lot of people feel like they're obligated and they're forced to work at these jobs, but they have no business working in these jobs. But they have to, or they feel like they have to, due to how the society and how this world is set up. So imagine living in a world where everything is fucking fake. It's gonna cause a lot of people to have mental health problems like we're experiencing today. People are gonna have a lot of internal problems and shit like that. And a lot of people are gonna go crazy. This is why there's a lot of depression, a lot of people are miserable. There's a lot of domestic violence within households and shit like that. This is why you have homeless people who are struggling out here because we live in a fake world. The human body is in fact fake as well too, because if you were to lose an arm and a leg, then that means you're no use. Or if you have brain damage, then you can't really function properly within the human experience. I mean, you can't think for yourself, you're not self-aware and shit like that. The only thing that works is that like you still have a nervous system. So this human experience, this world, in my opinion, it doesn't really define your self-worth. Never let this human experience define your self-worth, because you can live life, you can make a lot of fake paper money, you could quote unquote be successful in this fake ass world, right? But all that shit could be taken away from you. And like, well, it's not really a thing because, for example, but you have all these things taken away from you and shit like that, and you could lose an arm, you could lose a leg, or you could go to prison, and it's like you're no use. It's like you can't do anything as much. You can't really do anything, you know. So this world doesn't define your self-worth, nor does it dictate who you are as a person. Because when you're born as a fucking baby, it's like you're put into this bullshit ass world, and you're forced, and more likely your parents are fucking stupid. Like most people who have kids, they don't know how this world works. They don't know how evil this world is. A lot of parents who have kids, they either have them by accident, or they're reckless, or they're fucking reckless, or they're traumatized, or they don't know what the fuck they're doing. This is why a lot of kids in these generations and people around my age are so clueless, and they don't know what the fuck is going on when it comes to health, when it comes to world corruption, when it comes to spirituality, because it's a constant karmic cycle of stupidity. I blame the society, I blame the Masons, and I also blame the afterlife and people who are running the show within these spiritual realms. Because is the nature of this human experience is to keep you trapped and stuck and to suffer. This is why a lot of people go through suffering and shit like that. What makes this human experience annoying too is that, like, well, at least for me, because we all live different lives, but for me, I'm always in a constant state of like, I'm always feeling some type of anxiety, my nervous system's overstimulated, or I'm always in a situation to where like I have to get out of my situation because I was born and raised around dysfunctional, abusive family members, and I had no choice but to join the military so I could get out of my situation, you know, and I'm still doing some bullshit. And then you got time speeding up and people aren't able to have time to do the things they want to do. But that's all I gotta say, and it's a quick video, but I'll go more into detail. Peace.